Do a thumbs up when it starts. Hello, my name is Simon and welcome back to Simon the Scientist. Today's topic is neuroscience on the holidays. So I think most of you viewers know that during the holidays it's sometimes a stressful time buying gifts for everybody, and so I decided to do a session on brain science and types of memory. So some facts about them are, so there are two types of memory. There are short-term memory and long-term memory. The main differences of long-term and short-term memory is how long the memory can last and how much information the memory can store. So for our first joke, how does a brain say hello?
How does a brain say hello?
With a brainwave.
Nice. So Simon, I'm going to do something here as we get started. I'm going to tag some friends here so that we make sure we get some folks joining us here. So we're good. I just tagged all the friends. And you mentioned something already. You talked a little bit about how the holidays are stressful.
Yeah.
So what do you think stressful holidays, even though sometimes it's good stress, how does that work on our brains?
So stress can reduce how much you remember things, or what you remember. And so some ways to keeps your short-term memory up. The ways that I know are some unusual ways to improve your memory are to chew gum while you're learning something, or clenching your fists.
Nice.
Now, for Christmas, I also got a game that tests your memory. It's called so believe it or not, it's called Futuristic Simon Says. So once you turn it on, it goes like this, and if you press this button on the side, you can start a game. And it's basically a headset, so it fits on, and then you can, and then it has motion sensors on the front. So when you play, you have to put your hand on the right spot, so if it says red, put your hand on red. If it says red, blue, red and blue. Yeah. So that's how the Simon Says game works. So you have to remember what the colors were and then put your hands in the correct spots in order to get farther into the game.
So that's a pretty cool version of Simon Says.
Yeah.
Usually they come on that round disc, and then you play it that way.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. So here are some fun facts that I researched for Simon the Scientist. Long-term memory storage is actually infinite, and so you can remember very close to infinity things using your long-term memory. Another one is that some retrieved memories can be false. So let's just say you went to McDonald's and you remember buying chocolate ice cream, but in reality you got vanilla with sprinkles or something. A lot of memories can be false. And short-term memory can actually only retain about 7 pieces of information. Only 7. It's not very big. And 60% of the human brain is made of fat. It's a lot. And the brain doesn't fully mature until age 25. And the brain weighs 3 pounds in total for the average person, and the brain can generate enough power to light a light bulb.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another joke. Okay. Why didn't the brain take a bath?
Why didn't the brain take a bath?
It didn't want to get brainwashed.
Haha, very nice. So Simon, I had a problem with my memory recently because I didn't check your messages that you've been getting. And you got a very important message that I didn't tell you about. You got a song from Lucas, Madison, Carolina.
What's that?
Do you remember you played soccer with Lucas and Madison? Hopefully will again this coming spring, outdoor soccer.
Oh, yeah.
And they sang you a happy birthday song all the way back in October, and I only discovered it yesterday. So we need to give a big thank you to your friends.
Okay. Thank you, Lucas and Mattis.
And Carolina too.
Hello.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah.
All right. Do you have any more facts to share with us?
No. That was all their facts, but I do have one last joke.
All right. Let's hear it.
Okay. What do you call an empty skull?
What do you call an empty skull?
A no-brainer.
That joke was a no-brainer. Good one.
Yeah.
All right, so you have an experiment that you wanted to try out with everybody.
Okay, so for this experiment, all anybody needs is paper and a pen or a pencil. So we're going to be doing a memory game. So we have some objects on some plates, and you're gonna try and remember as many of them as you can for 1 minute, and then try to write them all down in 1 minute.
So where did you get the idea for this game?
So on Christmas Eve, we went to a friend's house, and they had this game. We had this game or something, and so it was basically the same, where we had to remember some items and then write them down in a short period of time. So,
all right. So you have a timer.
Yeah.
So what are you going to allow people to do?
So we're going to set the timer for 1 minute to look at the items and 1 minute to write them all down.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, timer.
Okay, let's set the timer.
That's quite the iPad screen you have there.
Yes. Okay. So let's start the timer. 3, 2, 1. Okay, the 1 minute.
Okay, I think. We've got about 35 seconds left to memorize the 10 items.
Mm-hmm. "20 seconds left." Three, two, 1. Okay, time is done.
Okay. So now we're just going to show the timer. So time it for another minute.
Okay. So, 1 last minute.
Okay. Start writing everything down. We're trying to be quiet and respectful of people trying to write down their responses.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I want to know, how did it go when you played this memory game at Auntie Lisa's?
So there are 12 items, I believe, and I only got 9 out of 12. So.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's more than the 7 that most brains can manage. Oh, you can hear Bond the dog in the background.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, in the comments, you can type down how many of the items you got. There's a pen, a Dollarama gift card, an eraser, some scissors, a coin, a chess piece, a Nerf bullet, a crayon, some soap, and a book. Those are the items.
All right, so how many items did everybody get? Okay, so do you want to set up the next one? Now this one's going to be more difficult, Simon. How come?
Because we put on 5 more items.
Well, I'm not going to show them the items yet. You can get it set up there.
Okay. So let's get the timer ready. Okay. 3.
Okay, just wait. Get your items set up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not showing them yet.
3.
Wait. Think we might have to flip your tray this way. Yes, I think that's the best there. And there's one, yeah, we got to make sure we can see everything. This is going to be tricky because I think there's one we can't see. But I don't want to say. There we go. Okay, so everybody, you have 1 minute to memorize.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Some items are a bit more tricky to see, but you can see them all.
Okay, there is 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. So now
We'll have 1 minute to write them down. Halfway. Fifteen seconds left. Three, 2, 1. Okay. So let's bring back our items. So our items were a juice box, a necklace, a keychain, a pair of glasses, a Rubik's Cube, a golden bow, a banana, a hairbrush, lip stuff, paper with a smiley face, straw, Lego brick, charger, whoopee cushion, and a piece of cheese.
What does that cheese do?
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome. All right, so if you played this, you let us know how many items you memorized, or if you were not very good at memorizing today, that's okay too. All right, so Simon, as people get in their totals, do you have anything else to wrap up the session with?
Well, I do have one thing to wrap the session up with. No! Okay, there we go.
There we go. All right, so people get in your comments, get in your totals of what you were able to get in your short-term memory game.
Mm-hmm. Happy holidays, everyone. Bye-bye.